Myanmar, a country you may have seen on the news before, but you know very little about. Since gaining independence from the British in 1948, the country has been involved in the world's longest civil war. This all changed in 2015 when Aung San Suu Kyi, the daughter of the Burmese independence hero, gained power from the military after 25 years of corrupt election results. Unfortunately, this did not last for long. In February 2021, the military staged a coup and threw Aung San Suu Kyi into prison. This has led to a bloody civil war. As of March 2023, it is estimated that 17.6 million people require humanitarian aid, whilst 1.6 million people have been internally displaced, and the number keeps rising. There are numerous ethnic militia groups attempting to take back parts of the country, but currently there is no end in sight. Aung San Suu Kyi and democracy remain in prison to this very day. We want to show you the side of Myanmar very few people do. This is our story.
Good morning and welcome to the ancient city of Bagan, the jewel of Myanmar, the most famous site in the country, and a site that took a blooming long time to get to. We took a 10-hour local bus from Yangon to Bagan and arrived late last night after numerous military checkpoints, but it was so worth it as we arrived at Orium Palace. This is a 5-star hotel right in the centre of the Bagan archaeological site, and at the moment it costs $70 per night to stay within the equivalent of Angkor Wat, and we have the next 48 hours, 2 days. Look at it. This is our hotel, and we're at one of the most beautiful ancient sites in the entire world.
Actually arrived at sunset last night, so it was quite hazy and we only got a small glimpse of our view, and when we woke up this morning, I think my mouth just like dropped to the floor. I don't know what I was expecting.
The scale, it's the size and scale of this place.
I don't think you'll fully be able to comprehend it until you ever visit here, but it is just unbelievable. Today we're going to rent an e-bike, we're going to head out and explore. I don't think we necessarily have a set plan because there is so many. We're going to just see what ones we like the look of the most.
This honestly has got to be the biggest bargain in terms of accommodation that we have found in our whole 5 years of travelling. To be staying within the archaeological site, honestly, it is such a privilege. I actually believe it is the only hotel within the archaeological site, and of course with the ongoing situation there aren't that many options of places to stay, so to be able to stay in a place like this with a view like that, it's a once in a lifetime opportunity. But like Molly said, not too much of a plan. Over 2,000 temples, so we'll go and check out a few of the famous ones, of course, but I presume we can just drive around on the e-bike, go, wow, that looks amazing, wow, that looks amazing, and just stop and take it all in. Ming. Ah, this is it, the e-bike?
Yes, the bike.
Ah, it looks good. Thank you very much.
Listen, how do you know to use?
Yeah, I know how to use.
Okay.
I have used already. I used in Napoli.
Oh,
Napoli, yeah.
It's full charge?
Yes,
Full charge? Perfect. And for 8 hours, right?
Yes.
8 hours, 15,000? Yes,
Yeah,
1.5. Yeah. 15, 1.5. Perfect. Jazaba.
Yeah, happy and 8 down.
Cool.
Yes,
Thank
perfect.
you.
Thank you very much. Jazaba. We are off. This cost 15,000 kyat for the day, which is about $4. And as you can see behind me, we are already surrounded by these ancient temples. It is so hard to put into perspective just how many there are and how big this archaeological site is. But this is us on our e-bike. It's a little bit noisier than the one that we used in Napoli, and of course in true e-bike fashion in Myanmar, the brakes do not seem to work. But look, there's so many. There's just so many blooming temples. The country, the city of temples. That was incredible, driving through these little dirt roads around the archaeological site, past the many, many thousands of temples, and we have now made it to Suleimani, which is incredible. Like most of them, this is one of the Ming, one of the most famous temples in the area, one of the 5 or 6. It's highly, recommended to you. And Molly, you can see why.
Talk about this being our first one to come and visit though, like, are they going to top it every single time? Because this is unreal. The pure, I know we've already said it, but the size of them. I don't know if I expected them to be slightly smaller. But yeah, this is unreal. My feet are burning, it's so hot. So Suleimani actually means small ruby because the king that built it back in the 1100s found a small ruby on the entrance. And I mean, the entrance is grand, the temple itself is grand, the walkway is unbelievable, the detailing is remarkable, and I feel like I'm going to be saying this for every single one.
So this is actually a multi-layered temple, and from the 2,200 temples that still remain, this is one of a few that you can actually go inside. I'm not sure of how the rules have changed, whether before you had to pay an entrance fee, but right now it seems as if, well, this one at least is free to enter. And look at this.
You won't believe it when you come in. I mean,
Minglaba.
There's actually inscriptions and drawings on the wall of what Buddha looked like back then. They have the roof as well, the ceiling,
so
as you
hot.
can see.
Everyone's running from down here because the floor's so hot.
The floor is so hot. I feel like that's going to be a running theme here as well. But honestly, when you come in, look at this. You still have the drawings on the ceiling surrounding you. I think it's pretty
It feels like
magnificent.
Tomb Raider.
It does. It really does.
This is incredible. Look, you can see all of the inscriptions of Buddha. Wow, all the way along. A reclining Buddha. And to think this is over 1,000 years old. It has withstood the test of time, of natural disasters, of earthquakes. And it is still in. Look at this. Such good condition. This place, this area, the archaeological site, it really does feel like Angkor Wat on steroids. People that come to Bagan, they will go out in the early morning, stay at their hotel all day, and then come back out in the evening because it is so incredibly hot. It is like 45 degrees right now. It is like a dry desert terrain. But what is the point? We came to Myanmar in one of its most difficult situations, and we took a 10-hour blooming bus getting stopped by the military. So I'm going to be out all day for 48 hours, both days, seeing as much as humanly possible, seeing as many of the temples as we can, which brings us to our next stop, Daman Yangi. From here you can't see it properly, but it's actually designed like a pyramid. It feels like we're back in Giza.
Pretty impressive, but completely different. So as Matt said, it's kind of shaped like a pyramid, and there is no top on it. And legend says that the king Narathu, when he built it again back in the 1100s, after he murdered his father, it was
sounds nice.
Yeah, I know. This is actually known as the haunted temple of Bagan, but the legend says that it's unfinished, so you can see that it looks completely different to the other temples that surround it.
It really does feel like you're in a movie set. Look, these little entrances all around to get inside of the temple. Walking around the more popular ones like these, you do notice that Bagan did have and has experienced tourism in the past. In 2019, this place was listed as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and at that time a lot of restrictions were put in place. People used to sit on top of these temples for sunset, but today that has been completely scrapped. The sad thing is that apart from the fact that we're in this haunted temple in a dark little alleyway, is that really we are the only foreign guests at the moment. It really is a privilege.
It seems at the moment that the temples are just used for the locals to hide from the heat. In every little crevice they're all just laying down, relaxing, listening to music.
Minglaba,
Yeah, have you?
is your restaurant open?
Yeah,
It's-
still opening.
Okay, which way? Do we go this way?
Wait, sir.
Thank you, Jezebah. We could not find a restaurant because
Everywhere's closed.
lots are closed.
Because you know this time, getting hot.
Very hot.
Guests they don't come in.
Exactly, it's too hot for people, right?
Yeah,
This way?
this way.
Jezebah.
How about it? Yeah. What I mean is, you know.
Yeah, I only know little Burmese. Little Burmese. Nikolai?
And that's it.
And that, that is all we know. Oh wow, this is stunning.
Yeah.
So people correct about going out in the morning and in the evening. 45 degrees, my feet are burnt from walking around the temples, so we needed to find a restaurant to grab a drink, maybe some lunch, and wait for it to cool down a bit. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Jezebah,
Hey, refreshing.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
thank you.
Yeah, about it? Yeah. You welcome. That's me.
Yes? Ah, how do I say?
Yeah, about it?
Yale ba kamer.
Come here mean is politely. You know?
Ah, okay.
You know, you can say Jesuba. It is not polite. Just only normal to say that.
Jeza demare
yeah.
is polite.
Polite. And then to the Jesu Demare Kamya is more than the
Jeza demare kamer.
Come here.
Kamer.
Yeah.
Come here. Oh, thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You live in which kind of
Thank
state? Manchester, United City?
No, London, Chelsea.
London, Chelsea, good.
Chelsea. Is the tiger coming as well?
No, not with there. The tiger is we coming.
It's coming.
Ah,
Perfect.
another one. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Sorry, you want to miss?
Just one tiger.
Only just one can.
Just one can. Thank you.
Thank
It's
you.
Jezebah.
getting hot for you.
Yeah.
Too hot. Only one is okay.
Huh? One can share and you drink
Yeah.
better.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Thank you. We've ordered about 6 different drinks.
That one's quite sour but refreshing. Do you like it?
Mm-hmm. Oh, 2 lime soda, a big water, a tiger, which is probably too hot for, and a tea leaf salad, which is a traditional Burmese salad, which I think will be quite refreshing because of the weather. But like we were saying, obviously due to the current situation, a lot of the local restaurants aren't open, a bit like in Napoli, so you're going to have to eat in the hotels. But this hotel is pretty unique because it is in the old walls of the ancient city, and right outside of us you are surrounded by some of the most famous pagodas, some of the most famous temples in all of Bagan. Just don't listen to what I said earlier about going out in the day. It absolutely kills you. I cannot believe it's like 45 degrees today, right?
No, today look like 42 or 43.
It's so hot. Oh, this looks good.
Oh, wow.
That is delicious.
Jeza Dimare.
Thank
Yeah, but
you.
come here.
Jersey Damari, come here.
Thank you. Which temples are good to see that are close to the hotel?
Ananda is
Ananda?
there. You can go 5 minutes.
And Sri Sandal?
Sri Sando is you cannot allow to climb.
No climb anymore.
climbing?
Is there
Okay.
any that you can climb? Any
you
or?
can go nothing to not anymore to climb to the temple because 2018 January, and then you know the 6.8 degree earthquake in Bagan.
Oh, so it's unsafe to go
Yeah,
on
yeah.
because of earthquake.
Any temple, archaeology and UNESCO,
Yeah,
they
understood.
close it.
I
not
understand.
safe.
Yeah.
And then after they have to make it for you, you can go to see the sunset or sunset place.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're going to see the hail.
That's why they built the hills.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Thank you for your
Perfect.
help.
I'm
Also
looking
the
forward to
now,
this.
you know, they close to the also the balloon.
Yes.
because it's
Weather
the
is
season.
now not stable.
Yeah.
Yeah, too hot for people.
yeah, they are not coming.
No.
Just local people is a little bit.
A
Little
little
bit.
yeah.
We cannot see the tourists
Ah.
today.
Only us? Ah.
Oh, well,
We
more
hope
soon.
we bring more tourists.
Yes. Oh my god, what an absolute doll he is. This is what we've said the whole time out here, that the people in Myanmar are so special, so brave, so resilient, and they are so friendly. But the Burmese tea leaf salad, so we did have this in Yangon, and tea leaves are very essential here in Myanmar. You can drink them, but you can also eat them. This is actually quite unique. I can't really remember if we liked it or not, because it's kind of nuts, cabbage, tea leaves, vegetables, and it looks like raisins and pumpkin seeds in like a little sauce. But as Matt said, this would be very refreshing. And it kind of tastes like a satay because it's really peanutty, very salty, and yeah, because it's cold, it's like the perfect snack to accompany my lime soda and the tiger.
He was like, why do you want a tiger? It's so hot. Yeah, he was like, it's too hot. All of that came to 21,000 kyat, so about, I don't even know, 50 different soft drinks to rehydrate, and the tea leaf salad. But it was so nice to get a perspective of a local and how things have changed in Bagan. It's such a shame. He was saying that back in 2019, when so many tourists were coming here, they had over 120 staff at the hotel, and all the restaurants in the area were open. But today they only have around 40 staff, and 20 at a time do 2 weeks on and 2 weeks off. So the money situation is very difficult for them. So if you do manage to get here, your money goes a long way. It helps keep these people in a job. But we were just cruising around for some time, and we just came across this. It seemed like it's abandoned.
I did a little bit of research on it because I had to have some facts on it. So it's Sabinu Temple, and we liked this one because it looked different to the ones that we've seen already today. As you can see, sort of the brickwork, they're not made out of red bricks, and it is just pretty spectacular. It's 60 meters high, 2 stories, and apparently it was really badly damaged in an earthquake in 1975. So what we're seeing isn't the original part of the temple, but I think they've done a pretty good job.
Yeah, you can see at the top there's some scaffolding still going on up there.
But it's slightly different as well, because on the stupa, they have like red and gold on them, and all the ones that we've seen have just been completely natural with nothing on top. So I like this one.
It's crazy to think that a temple that impressive is just sat there on the side of the road. No one is around it, just us, a cow, a horse and cart, and that is the charm of Bagan. Even though the situation is like how it is now, back a few years ago you could still find these temples, 2,200 of them, so you can get ones that are even as grand as that, pretty much entirely, this is difficult with one hand, whoa, to yourself. Wow!
We actually got sidetracked by Thin Bin 2, I think that's what it's called, because we were on our way to Shui Sandor Pagoda, which was known as the sunset viewpoint, basically because you could climb up, but they've closed it. So unfortunately you cannot climb up the top. That's why they've built the hills, but this was built back in the 11th century, and essentially they say it's the most impressive. I think they're all pretty blooming impressive.
I like the fact that you can see the two different styles. So you've got the white architecture at the top, and then you've got the Tomb Raidery style at the bottom. And I like this more because you sort of come back on the dirt road. The ones near Old Bagan town, they are impressive, but because they're on the main road, you don't get that ancient city of Bagan feel. On the dirt roads, you really do. This could be Tomb Raider. You could be watching the newest Mummy film. It feels ancient.
I would say it's also extremely peaceful, but right now we've got the gardener cutting the grass.
This here is now as high as you can go. I don't think I'll get much the sunset from up here because it is blocked off. All them years ago, people would come, they'd grab their can of beer and sit up there and take in the sunset views of Bagan. This isn't actually too bad. This'll do. So we have just come out of the pagoda and we are following right in front. Okay, we're good. Ming là-bas! We are following Coco Chanel.
I love that.
He said his name is, and basically he knows of some areas where the pagodas, the temples have remained open because they're not on the normal tourist path. So we are heading with Coco Chanel to enjoy one of Bagan's famous sunsets. Probably shouldn't be doing this, shouldn't be following strangers, but Bagan, we're only here once.
Going down some secret narrow paths. Look at this.
This is an adventure. This is a Coco Chanel
adventure. Let's go Coco Chanel.
Lovely jubbly. Let's go, we've made it.
To the unnamed pagoda.
Yeah.
Secret. We're not going to tell you where it is, but
you'll have to find Coco Chanel and he will bring you to the hidden pagoda. Okay.
Follow me.
Thank you, Jezebel. Now this is an adventure.
Oh my god, be prepared.
Oh wow, we have to go up here?
Yeah, very dark. Are you ready?
I don't think so.
Okay, go to the light.
Careful.
Yeah, you be careful.
Be careful, Moy. Be
Whoa.
careful. Be careful.
Watch your head.
Gate.
We've made it, I think.
Whoa.
That was so dark.
No way.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Wow.
Oh my god. This is more than I could ever have imagined.
Kids, they tell you not to go with strangers. In Bagan, go with strangers. This was so worth it to be up above all of the pagodas
Oh my god.
and temples, and we can just see for miles and miles on end. No, me neither. Because this is an abandoned temple, they don't care that you come up here, so you're allowed to. Whereas like the famous ones, obviously, wow, it's impossible to do so. Look at that, the sun just starting to set.
Wowzers. I just have no words. This, from up here, now we'll put it into perspective for you. How vast.
26 square miles. And these are your paintings?
Thank you.
Oh, you have so many.
Wow. Can I sit?
Yes, why not?
We can all sit?
100%.
Let's have a look. Wow.
Oh, amazing. You made it yourself?
Yes, sir.
Do you have ones in colour? Oh, wow.
I will explain to you. This is not finished one. This is, I want to make the color. The blue color is the indigo, the flower. The black color is the charcoal, the carbon.
Amazing.
The orange and brown color is the mafia in the river, the sandstone in the road. The white color is the limestone.
Wow.
In the glue is the acacia with the tree.
And which temple is this?
This is Sulamani.
Sulamani.
Yeah.
Ah, we have
That's
been
why
as well.
You can wash it. No
Don't do
problem. Yeah, you can carry because you see already they have too much circuit.
Yeah.
That's just impossible, no problem. 5,000. I told you already. This is about $11 or $12.
Beautiful. Oh, you're
Jezebel,
You are welcome.
thank you so much, my friend.
You're the best.
My friend, it was great to meet, and we will meet tomorrow.
Okay.
We meet
Thank
tomorrow.
you, sir. Thank you.
Do you drink beer?
I'm okay.
Tomorrow maybe a beer.
Okay.
Sometimes you've just got to go with your gut. Normally, you wouldn't, and probably we wouldn't follow a random man that takes you somewhere to do something that apparently you shouldn't do. Well, Coco Chanel told us at that spot, the secret spot, you were allowed to go on top of the pagoda and take in the sunset and buy his hand-drawn painting, which hopefully made his day because he made our day. We then relaxed and took in the sunset over the thousands of temples, and we've made it back to the hotel just in time for the last little bit. Oh, that's so good. It's been so hot today. For the last little bit of sunset. It's been great. We still have one whole day to check out this magical place. Honestly, I keep saying it in this country, but it's a real privilege. Day number 2 from the ancient city of BAGAN, and what a spectacular day it is. We are just enjoying our morning coffee with a lake and temple view. We really should get round to showing you this gem of a hotel that we have found, and just being here at the moment in the entire country, coming to the hotels or the restaurants, you're giving them a chance because there are so many difficulties that they face, from the electricity being cut, them needing generators, the Wi-Fi being blocked, them needing to have built-in VPNs, from them keeping on all of their staff even when the hotels are relatively empty. They really are doing the most, and just having places like this available to tourists still, they're making their country proud.
Can you believe that this is our view from our Pagoda view bungalow? Obviously, look at that view, it's absolutely unreal. But let me show you the grand tour. So we have a gorgeous balcony area overlooking the pond.
Let me just show you the view once more. That is it. That is the ancient city.
It's so cool. And then you come on in, and I love the style. It's very rustic, dark wooden, and I feel like they've really given you the opportunity to see the pagoda from all points. So you have just windows surrounding you. We have our seating area looking out over the pagodas. We have our walkway with Buddhas guarding us.
I feel like the style of this hotel resort matches the temples.
Yeah, so I don't really know how to describe them, but I would definitely say it's sort of like traditional, the
Burmese,
dark wood, Burmese, kind of like Southeast Asian, which I really like. But we have our 4-poster bedding with the gold. We also have wooden beams. It's just also beautiful. Look at the dark doors. Look, you come on through, we have toilet, all of this storage space. And then this could be like the nicest part other than the balcony, is a humongous bathroom with kind of like an outdoor bath. You can have the sun coming in, and they even put little flowers in the bath. How cute is that?
$70 a night. $70. I'm going to keep saying it. I'm going to sound like a broken record, but I just can't believe that that is what this place has cost. And you can see all around the style very much fits that of the BAGAN archaeological site. But we are going to take the tips of the locals today. Yesterday, going out in the day, it was way too hot, so we're going to spend some time by the pool taking in the view. Look at that, the views of the lake, and then head out probably about 3-4 o'clock this afternoon as the temperature begins to drop. And this is where the magic happens. That is the reception area, and this is where we've been having our breakfast of a morning with a view of the ancient city and a very good traditional Burmese breakfast. I love the little touches you can get yourself. It's hot? It's not hot. A nice
Be careful.
cup of brewed, oh look at that, Burmese tea. I'm literally having breakfast looking out at the temples of the BAGAN archaeological site. It really is a pinch me moment, and I'm having my Burmese tea with cha
Queen.
which essentially is like a donut pastry which you dip in We had this once before in Yangon, but this is so much better. But this really is the crowning glory. The pool area, the walkway, that again overlooks ancient Bagan. There are blooming temples at the bottom of our pool.
Obviously we can see this from our room, but having a swimming pool overlooking the ancient city is something else. Like, I don't think I've ever seen anything quite like it.
Oh, that is so good and so worth it. Usually I wouldn't recommend staying in your hotel, but that is the thing to do in Bagan in the daytime, which is why I would highly recommend this place, because while you're not out exploring the ancient city and walking around the temples, you still do get to experience it because of that. Look at that. I mean, there isn't many better views that you're going to get anywhere in the world. That was definitely the right decision to relax by the pool and miss that midday sun. It is now about 3 o'clock and it is time to explore the ancient kingdom. And this right here, these temples right here are the ones that we can see from our balcony. But I feel like I need to explain a little bit more to you of what Bagan is. Bagan was the ancient kingdom between the 9th and the 13th century, and it unified what we today know as Myanmar. Imagine back then, 10,000 of these. Even still today, to have over 2,000 is incredible. But 10 blooming thousand temples. And these ones, these are nothing. These are just random ones.
This area is actually prone to earthquakes, so that's the main reason why most of them are no longer here today. As you can see, these temples surrounding us, they're just
huge crack all the way through the middle.
Huge cracks all the way through the middle, and actually you can just see walls surrounding us as well. So it's surprising and amazes me how these are still standing. Back on the trusty or untrusty e-bike. We don't really have a plan. I know I said that yesterday, but yesterday we managed to see quite a few of the main temples. So today I feel like we can just cruise around. I didn't even realise. I think yesterday I was just so shocked I didn't take in what we're actually seeing on the bike.
That's what I want to do this afternoon, to see if I can take it all in.
Especially as you come out later, so it means we can actually take the time to enjoy it rather than burn our feet in frustration.
Now this is what makes this place so special. You can just park up your e-bike and have it all entirely to yourself. I mean, again, I don't know the name of this temple. It's not a famous one, but you can just go in, take off your shoes, and just look at this. You think there's over 2,000 of these, and the interiors are all very similar with giant Buddhas, but I think we might be lucky. Have you got your phone?
You ready? Okay, it's on.
I think we might be able to get up.
Oh my God, don't run off without me.
And go onto the roof. Hold on, I'm running. We're up, I think. Oh my gosh, we're up. Wow. Oh my God. We're up again. Now this.
Wow.
This is out of this world.
So just for your reference, the gates were open. There were no signs. There's no people, and the stairs are still intact and absolutely perfect. And this, I can't catch my breath. This could be
The best view
better
so
than
far,
yesterday.
right?
I think because you're so enclosed and so surrounded, because the view is entirely different. Like, you just have so many. Oh, yeah, can't believe it.
One of the most remarkable places in the world, a place that I've wanted to come for so many years, and I just have that thought of what would BAGAN be like if the military coup didn't happen, if they didn't mess up the country. It had around 7-8 years of tourism, and tourists were flocking here in their masses. You had the hot air balloons and everything else in between. I'm trying to use my imagination and think what this place would be like if it never happened. What would it be like in 2024 now? The new things in place, the new hotels, the new activities, the new tours. Hopefully in 2025 things change and you get to experience the magic of BAGAN. Now these are the moments that we will not take for granted. This whole trip to Myanmar has been nothing but a privilege, and we hope we have shown you the positive side, the side of the country you have probably not seen before, the beautiful tourist sites and the beautiful, resilient Burmese people. I know things are only going to get better in this magical country. And now it's time for the escape.
This is what you call a traffic jam or a roadblock in BAGAN. Oh my god, look at them.
Ming Laba.
Ming Laba.
These are your cows? Your cows?
I go to our village.
You go to a village?
Yes.
Amazing.
You have so many.
How many do you have? Like 100?
Yeah.
100?
Yes, yes.
Amazing. Thank you very much, my
Nice to
friend.
meet you.
Jezebah.
Jezebah. Bye bye.
So we stopped back off for a quick refreshment and to see our friend Min before we leave tomorrow, and he's actually given us the nicest souvenir. So this is an old one chat note from the People's Bank of Burma. So this would be like 80 years old, maybe?
Yeah, not 80 years. They are stopping to the 1988.
Oh wow. But
1988 they changed to the Burma and Myanmar.
that's when they changed the name from Burma to Myanmar.
Yeah.
And that's in Lay Lake?
Yeah.
Wow, where we're going to hopefully go to
Next time.
next year, when everything is perfect in Myanmar. Next year. Thank you so much, my friend. Jezebah.
You're welcome.
This is a good trade.
Falkland Islands,
Oh yeah.
50 pence. So it's the same, still has the Queen on the back, but it's the Falklands Islands.
Ah, okay.
So this is like very rare. It's an
Iceland.
island.
No,
Island.
Falklands.
Falklands. So it's an island close to Argentina, but it's still owned by Britain.
So it's in South America.
So they
but it's
have
owned
these
by
50p's.
England.
So there's
Oh,
not
really?
many of these left. It's
So
a good swap.
swap.
Now this has got to be the most fitting way to end not only our time in BAGAN, but our trip across the majestic country of Myanmar. We did check out, how do I say it? Tilno Minlo Temple, which again was equally as impressive. And then of course, getting a beer and getting a Burmese banknote, a very unique souvenir from a friend for life. But we have come back to the spot we found earlier today. Not sure we should be up here, but look at that sunset. I'm gonna miss this place.
It's unbelievable. This is genuinely a moment that we'll never ever forget.
I'm not sure in terms of travel this will ever get topped.